and my senior project is on obesity. Have you ever wondered about the solutions for obesity and what our government is actually doing to help lower our obesity rate? Throughout my entire life, I always wanted to pursue a career in the medical field. So when it was time to think about topics for my senior project, I was like, why wouldn't I do something on the health department or something with health? That's why I chose obesity. I already knew a little bit about obesity, like the major causes, but I didn't know that much in detail. I saw this as the perfect opportunity to learn more about obesity and health in general. Finding a mentor was difficult. Calling all the medical offices and finding someone that has the time to meet with me is really difficult because everybody's busy these days. So I went to my teachers and asked for some ideas or if they knew anybody that would be willing. My teacher gave me the name of her doctor, Dr. Kell. So I went to Dr. Kell's office, told her what I was doing and that it would not take that much of her time since I knew her time was very important. When I first met with my mentor, we discussed the different ideas for a product. She told me it would be a good idea to make it interactive since I wanted to make a book in the beginning, but she told me the kids will have more fun and learn more if it's interactive. That's why we came up with creating a game. We started out with Twister, but then we wanted something that would allow the kids to make their own decisions. That's why we came up with a game that's more like shopping, where the kids will go around, pick the foods and drinks they drink, and solve for the calories and stuff later. For my paper, most of my research came from online and books from the library. It got difficult towards the end since all the information kept repeating itself. In my paper, I talked about the causes of obesity. The major cause of obesity is poor eating habits. I guess we can blame fast food restaurants, but it's us to blame also. We are the ones who decide what we eat. Another cause of obesity is the lack of physical activity. The major cause of not participating is people who don't feel comfortable or technology. Technology, it makes it easier to hide instead of dealing with the real world. Especially people who are overweight and aren't satisfied with their body, it's easier for them to just stay at home, look in the screen instead of going out and talking to people and trying to be interactive. I also talked about the effects. We all know that there's physical effects of obesity, like diabetes and heart disease. But did you guys know that there's also mental effects, like depression and depression? Most of this is due to our society with social media and body image. I know most of you guys see the people on TV and like, oh, I want to look like them. So a lot of people would starve themselves just to look like them. And that's not healthy, and it's really sad. And it also causes poor eating disorders and depression, like I said. I also talked about the solutions. One solution is surgery and diet pills / products. These are okay, but they can get very expensive and they don't always encourage a healthier lifestyle, which is very important if you want to keep a good life and lose weight. Another way is to involve your family. Since you are really close with your family, it's easier for you to interact with them and do certain things instead of with other people like at school. For my product, I went to a 5th grade class and played my game that I created. I have some samples here. I have the cards for the game with the little stamps and some student work, which I'm going to pass around. The whole objective of the game was to get at least 2,000 calories. But I did not tell them that in the beginning. They just walked around and picked the foods that they normally eat. I didn't want to tell them because that would ruin the whole point of the game, which is to know what's good for you and what's bad for you. If they know how to win the game, and they would choose vegetables and water. What surprised me was I had 3 different water stations, but not that many kids chose water, and I don't know why, because water is delicious and it's really healthy for you. And all the kids had a wonderful time. If I could do this whole process over again, one thing that I would change would be the way I did my product. When I was done with my product, I went to my friends, told her that I was done, and she told me, why didn't you do a computer game? Or even print the names and calories on stickers. So all I had to do was stick them on index cards instead of hand making everything, which made the whole process a little harder, but I got it done. I would also love to do more research about what our government is actually doing to lower our obesity rate. I know you guys know about the Worldwide Day of Play and the Play 60, but that isn't a year-long thing. It's just a week or a day. And in order to be healthy, you need to keep being active, keep eating right. Questions? Yes.
So in the beginning you said you wanted to have a job in the medical field. Do you know exactly what kind of job you want?
I want to be a nurse. Any more questions?
Do you want to work with like nutrition?
Yeah, nutrition. That's why I chose this.
Like with adults or children?
Both. But I would love children more, I guess. Yeah.
What school you going to?
That I'm still trying to decide. It's between Wingate or Chapel Hill. And I already got accepted to Wingate, and I'm just waiting for Chapel Hill.
Have you applied to both? So so you've been accepted. Okay.
Any more questions?
All right.